Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the show. First of all, let me just say that I am so excited to be back in the studio doing what I love. As you guys know, my mom passed away January 4th. I've been, in the grieving process. It's still hard, but man, I have so much more energy. Like it's getting better. And truth be told, it's because of a lot of you all. So thank you for your love and support that you sent me. So, man, I just wonder how much y'all missed me. Let me go ahead and introduce myself to those who don't know me. So, if you haven't, if you haven't done so before, I want you to share this video. I want you to invite others to watch it and comment along throughout the show. Okay, it's very important. I really want to see your feedback. So, on tonight's show, we're going to be sitting with a legend, okay? He is a true legend, Jared LaPrade, okay? Who is a filmmaker and an actor, okay? That's serious. We'll be discussing his new short film, AMENDS. Oh my God, it's amazing. And also talking about National Black HIV Awareness Week, okay? But first, as always, I like to open the show up with a little game, about Xai, where I give you a chance to get a chance to know a little bit more about me. So, what you know about Xai? So that's the name of the game, and y'all know my viewers, y'all know I hate this because my producers, they put it together and I don't know what's coming, and it's so let's get into it. So the objective here is that some of my listening audience is new and might not know Xai as the best ex, which I am, that you ever had. So I'm going to let you in on some of my personal life. All right. So here we go. The first one is my celebrity crush. My celebrity crush. My celebrity, I don't think I have a celebrity crush now, but my celebrity crush growing up was Bow Wow. My God. That's all I can say. So couldn't nobody tell me nothing. That was my celebrity crush. Bow Wow and Britney Spears. The first job that I wanted as a kid, I obtained. I worked at Shoe Carnival. I got my worker's permit and boom. So not so fun, but it's the truth. The next one is the next one might let me see. This next one might not be. I don't even know that one. Y'all gonna have to
not safe for work.
Not safe for work. Okay, this one may not be safe for work, but my favorite word is I get you. Okay, fuck, shit, damn, all of it. Okay, hey, it's the truth. It's the truth. The weirdest non-sexual thing about my body is I would probably say my kneecaps. Like my kneecaps, it could go sexual if y'all thinking nasty, but nah, like I'm talking about just they black for no reason. Like I don't know why, they're just so black. I've tried lightening cream and everything, and it's just the weirdest thing to me. It does not match the rest of my complexion. It's crazy. So okay, so a superstition that I have is. Actually, I don't have superstitions. I was raised, anything that you put power into with your mind and with your thought, then of course it's going to come to pass. So superstition to me is just like witchcraft or like energy that you put out into the universe or anything like that. So I don't really have a superstition, so to speak, other than if you don't want it to come to you, you just don't allow it. Don't allow yourself to think it. That's it. And last but not least, If I were an animal, I would be. That is an excellent question. And I've been asked so many times, if I were an animal, what would I be? Oh, I don't want to do the typical bird. I don't want to do the typical dog. Um, I think if I were an animal, I would actually probably try to be maybe like a whale or something, or like a dolphin or something like that. I hear the killer whales, I hear they're very intelligent. They have a secret way of life and living, and the way that they do things, they've survived for years. You know, they go in pods. So I think that would be pretty interesting to be that animal and understand, you know, a sense of community that actually works and functions and gets along like a family should. So yeah, that's my answer for that. All right, so coming up, still to come, is the filmmaker and actor Jared Lepre, and who will be talking about his new film, AMENDS. But before that, we have this week's LUD tip. Okay, so for many of you, the LUD tip, a LUD tip is basically where I just give you a piece of advice, and you are free to use that advice for the next millisecond, for the next second to a week, or the rest of your life. And I would say that today's LUD tip is that we all have a voice inside of us, right? So, and that voice tells us most of the time it's trying to prevent us from damaging ourselves. When you are around people, friends, family, foes, when people are always trying to silence that inner voice in you. And when you know, you may seem crazy at times. I mean, you feel crazy because you're like, man, there's no way that I can get out there and make it and do this, that, and the other. I'm speaking from experience right about now. But when you have like family around you that's telling you like, no, you don't have it to do it, you can't make it, you can't do this, then the other. My LUD tip to you is to ignore the voices, no matter how much it's going to hurt. It is going to be painful. You follow that inner voice and you follow your intuition, you follow your path, and you fulfill your purpose. That's the LUD tip. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed that, because it came straight from my heart and real experience. So right now, we're going to go ahead and go to a break. But when we come back, we're going to be sitting down with the legend, Jared Lepre, who is a filmmaker and an actor. Share his video and keep commenting along. We'll be right back.
Uncle Tim's Almost Everything, a small minority-owned company that produces multiple products for various applications and or uses. Uncle Tim's Almost Everything products use include household, personal, culinary, and automotive use. Uncle Tim's Almost Everything all-purpose cleaner spray, Uncle Tim's chrome-only hand sanitizer and deodorizer, Uncle Tim's tea and Tim's lemonade, Uncle Tim's Almost Everything. Tim has the desire and the drive to help others with the creation of products to make most scenarios easy to deal with during the pandemic. Uncle Tim's Almost Everything was conceived based on the concern of having effective non-toxic sanitizer and deodorizer to keep others safe. You guys need to make sure you run over and get Uncle Tim's Almost Everything.
All right, welcome back. And look who I have sitting right here with me, Jared Lepre. Man, oh my gosh, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I want you guys to share this video and comment along. I like to thank just a few people that I saw online. Al, cousin Al, the comedian, what's up? Christopher, I saw you. Hey guys, don't be afraid to interact. Comment along, okay? Like, be a part of this. It's an interactive experience. You know, we all here, like, we're being transparent. Like, it's a safe space. Be good. So tonight, we are sitting with Jared LaPret, and like I said, he is a filmmaker. Jared is an actor. You know, having previously starred in touring in the stage play Ain't Always Been Saved in the series 30 and Roxy Hayes show, which is available online. He wrote a stage play called Harlem, and now he's about to debut his short film Amends, which I actually got a chance to see. So before we speak with Jared, let's take a look at his new film Amends. Y'all better sit back. All right. Let's.
Hey.
Hey.
So are you gonna let me in, or will I just have to stay out here?
My bad. Come on in. You look good.
Thanks. So do you. Have you been?
I've been okay. Quarantining. How about you?
I'm good. Living.
I'm happy to hear. Do you want something to drink?
Oh, no, thanks. I'm fine. So you said something while cleaning. You found some things of mine? Oh, and something about some mail?
Right. Let me go get the box I put it in.
Okay.
I was just gonna trash the mail because I figured you didn't need it, but I saw it was from an insurance company, so I kept it.
You didn't go through my mail, did you?
Why in the hell would I do that?
Because you've always been the nosy one.
Sure, I'm the nosy one, but you're the one looking on my counter at my pictures.
Of us.
That trip to Cancun was so much fun. I will never forget you getting diarrhea and shitting everywhere.
So that was funny to you, huh?
It sure the hell was. That was a great trip.
Teddy,
Yeah,
the letter that you said was in here isn't in this box.
it has to be. It hasn't left this damn apartment.
Well, it isn't in here, so where the fuck is it?
You need to watch your mouth in my goddamn shit.
Listen, I don't have time to go back and forth with you. I came to get my stuff and leave.
Well, I prefer if you left just a little bit faster. And I told you I put that damn letter in your other mail. I told you that.
Well, it's not in here. So maybe, just maybe, you hidden it from me like you hid everything else for the last 5 years.
Excuse me? So this is your agenda? Is this why you want to come over and start this bullshit today, Calvin? You know what? For the love of God, Calvin, let it all out. Let it all out.
I just want to get my shit and go.
I don't even know why you're here, Calvin.
Go,
You think
Teddy.
you know?
Ew.
You never want to be here.
I never wanted to be here.
No,
you
don't.
called me to be
You
here, Teddy.
left.
Now I'm
You
texting
left. You
you.
would never get
So,
Calvin.
yes,
You
I
would
was.
never
I was
get
always
Calvin.
here for you. What do
I was
you
always
mean?
here for you,
I
Calvin. Why you
sometimes
doing this?
will never met your ass.
Please, why you doing
What the hell?
this?
Because you start this
Calvin,
all
I
the
love
time.
you. I love you, Calvin. I love you.
Love me?
I love you.
I hate you for giving me fucking HIV.
Woo! Golly, y'all, that wasn't even, man. I'm just almost speechless. I have had the privilege of looking at your full short film.
Mm-hmm.
It is just simply amazing. Just first off, you took the time. We're talking about technique with the camera. First of all, you work with some great people. I mean, you work with Harold Trotter.
I did.
I saw my boy Zelly was tagged in some stuff. Who else? Who else was involved?
Harold directed the film for me.
Okay.
It was very last minute. I was supposed to originally direct it,
Mhm.
but directing, writing, producing, I was like, I can't direct and be in it. So I was like, look, I gave it to him. He did an amazing job.
He
So
did.
kudos to Harold.
Yes.
If you do not know
Yes.
him, he's amazing
Yes.
writer, producer, actor, and so he's a great friend of mine. And he did that for me. He stepped right on in. My acting partner in the film, his name is Edmund Simpson II, who lives in Dallas. When this was shot, I was living in Dallas.
Okay.
So he's a friend of mine. He was actually in my first play that I wrote called Harlem.
Okay. I think I saw a snippet of that. Was the Harlem the one that you had on Instagram?
No,
Which one was that?
That play was also written by Harold,
Okay.
and it's entitled "Ain't Always Been Saved."
Okay.
And so that was the play that we toured with,
Okay.
which dealt with HIV as well.
I saw. Yeah. That's why I was like, I want. Okay.
No, Harlem
Okay.
is something totally different.
Okay.
And the person who shot the film for me, I found in Dallas. His name is Caesar, and Caesar is an amazing cinematographer and director of photography. He shot that film and edited it, and it was great.
First off, just when you immediately, I remember when I looked at it, just with the scene opening up. I just want to talk about the scene opening up, and then we'll get to the bigger picture, and then I want to get to what inspired you to go there.
Okay.
So that's kind of like the train that we're on right now. So the scene opening up, the spatial work, and the time to just work in your space. You know what I mean? All the way from the restroom, all the way to getting to the door. You immediately captivated me. I was there and I was like, I didn't know, because it resembled a little bit, as if you were going through depression. It resembled as if you were hiding yourself from the world, especially when you get to the door. And Christian, you open the door, you see it's Christian. That's the character.
Oh my God, what's his name? It's not Christian. It's I wrote the play. The movie, and I can't remember his name. I was Teddy.
You're Teddy, and
not Christian. Oh my God, I wrote the film. I cannot remember. Calvin.
Calvin. That's it.
Oh
That's
my
it.
God.
That's it. Calvin. So look, Calvin opens the door, and now I'm like, okay, Well, I'm thinking that you're in this depressed space. I'm literally trying to figure out what's going on. Is this a friend?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Coming to check on his friend, doesn't want to be bothered. It's some friends that you can let them get away with some you know what I mean? They, like, you don't mess with anybody else, but you'll let them go ahead and come on in.
Right.
And so then as it started to progress and go further, I'm looking at the spatial relationship between the two of you. You know what I mean? It's definitely love and care there, but what type of love? Is it a friendship love? Is it a romantic love? And then as Calvin starts to look at the pictures and everything, you start to see that, hey, there is both love, the romantic love, and the friendship. The way that you guys interacted, it was just dynamic. I loved it. It kept me, it takes a lot to captivate me and keep me interested. And there's just this one part it didn't show, but I just want to talk about it.
Well, before we get there, so you talked about the beginning.
Yes.
And what was important for me in the beginning, that's why it's so quiet.
Okay.
I wanted the audience to be uncomfortable. I wanted them to be uncomfortable. I wanted them to say, well, it's so silent. Because a lot of times we wake up in the morning, whatever we deal with, it's silent.
Yes.
And there's so much noise, but in those few moments in the morning before whatever happens,
you're getting yourself together.
Right. And it's uncomfortable sometimes because we have to deal with a lot of I don't know if I can curse on the show.
You curse.
But
you're a legend. You're a legend.
I am a legend.
You're a legend. Yes.
We deal with a lot of bullshit.
Yeah.
And in the morning, those few moments when it's silent in us, we're not dealing with that bullshit. So it's uncomfortable because we're so used to the noise.
You're right.
So in those moments before Teddy opens the door for Calvin, I wanted the audience to feel the uncomfortableness of the situation. Like, something is going on. The bullshit is coming.
Yes.
You just don't know what the bullshit is.
Exactly.
So I did want to touch on that so you can understand that.
It was just so amazing. It was just so amazing just how you were, just how the camera would move, and then your choices that you guys decided to do. You know what I mean? It didn't come off as, oh, that was too planned. Especially like with the hand and the hug thing, that could come out pretty phony if you start looking at it at a technical eye, you know what I mean? But you guys had so much chemistry. Like, how long did it take you guys to build chemistry like that?
Well, he and I had known each other for about a year at that point. But like the year before that, he had worked on a play that I wrote entitled Harlem. And I'll brag about Harlem for a moment. Harlem was a short play that I wrote that was submitted to a festival in Dallas. And this is while I was living in Houston. I submitted it to a festival in Dallas, and it's a short play about a young man. Well, not a young man at this point; he's an older man.
Okay.
But he's dealing with the effects of molestation and rape as a teenager.
Okay.
And so that play, when I went to go see it, and Harold came with me, and our friend Xai. Hey, Xai, if you're watching, I miss you.
Hey, Xai, I don't know who you, but hey, I'm being part of the family soon.
Yes. Harold and Xai went with me to go and see the show in Dallas to see my play performed. And Edmund, who's in the movie playing Calvin, was actually playing one of the characters that I wrote.
Okay.
And he did such an amazing job, and we instantly bonded. And so once I moved to Dallas, we continued our friendship and everything like that. So.
Awesome. So I do know that you wrote this. It was a big hitter. Boom. Gave me HIV. Boom. That's a big hit. So what inspired you to do that? I know it was awareness for,
So Sunday on the 7th was a National Black HIV and AIDS Awareness Day. Not week, people. It was day. And it should actually be a week or a month because we're in the Black History Month, and so many Black people account for about, I want to say 60% of all HIV cases in America. And Black men, especially gay men, account for the most infections as well, more than any other group. So I wrote the film from I wanted to tell people's stories.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people who suffer and deal with HIV and or AIDS, and I wanted to share their stories. because although we live in a new millennium, in a new society, you know, it's 2021, it's not 1991, it's not 1981. So many people still have a negative stigma about people with HIV, and so many Black people have a negative stigma. So
explain negative stigma for those who are like, you know, explain to them the negative stigma.
So negative stigma would be, I spoke with one of my good friends the other day, and she's an old coworker of mine, and me and her were having a discussion about the film and about some other things, and she said, you know, can people with HIV have sex? How can someone with HIV have sex with someone who's not positive? So, you know, they're negative. And I was saying, well, you know, there's things called undetectable. And when you're undetectable, it's untransmittable.
Right. You still have the virus, but it's just not transmittable.
It's not transmittable, exactly. And so she didn't understand that. So she wasn't aware of something as simple as being undetectable and what that meant. So the film, although it tells people stories and that are not heard, the film is mostly, honestly, for people who don't have HIV. The film is more so for people who don't understand it, who frown upon it, and things of that nature. So although I'm making it from people's stories who have it, it's mostly for people who don't.
Wow.
And let me be very clear with you. That epiphany just came to me last week when I talked to my friend. That epiphany just came to
things me. Like that happen when, you know, you'll get this great idea, and you know, when you're true to that intuition and you follow it, you don't know why you're doing it at the time, but then later down the line you get that epiphany, you're like, oh wow, like this is why. Let me ask you a personal question. Are you ready?
Are you gonna ask my positive?
I am.
Wow. Okay. This has never been said out loud before, but yes, I am. Okay. I am. So AMENDS is a very true story. I don't know how many people are watching, but y'all know I'm positive now. But yeah, if you watch the movie,
and it's in the reason, and I'm very transparent on, you know, my audience have been watching me on my show and everything like that. I am also HIV positive. I found out August 19th, and August 19th of last year.
Wow.
And the way,
you know, come here. Oh,
yes.
You know, I'm gonna say this to you. I don't know you, but now that you said that, I can feel this in you. I feel like you're still dealing with it.
Yeah, I most definitely am.
And it's okay. Let me tell you, I found out my anniversary is coming up on March 3rd. March 3rd will be making 4 years.
Okay.
And I know how it is. I went into a work mode. Yeah, I went into I gotta, you know, hustle because things still I had bills still to pay. Yeah, I had life still to live. I was in a show with Harold, so I went into work mode. I did not fully accept it until I made this movie last year.
Gotcha.
So that's when I fully stepped into it. So for you to ask me that question and for me to be very transparent,
it shows growth.
Well, for me making a movie and putting that out there, because people who know me, who've seen the movie, they can put 1 and 2 together and know exactly what I'm talking about. If you know my life. Right. So for me doing that was me actually being like, okay, here it is. Now it's just like, okay, well, I'm actually saying this out loud. So I will tell you this though. It gets better. I'm sure you're undetectable.
Yeah, yes, I am. And I this is another reason why I love your story. And we're gonna go to a short break soon. But I don't want to, because it's like I'm loving this. I'm loving this. And I'm sure there's so many other people that are on here loving it and learning. But I love this film for so many reasons. If I talked about it anymore, I would do some spoiler alerts, and I don't want to spoil that for them.
Yes, because I need my views on YouTube to go up.
So, so I don't want
Zay's audience, please go and click it on YouTube.
Please
go to my Instagram. It's Jared JaredLapread, Jared Lapread, and go to my bio and click it on search AMENDS on YouTube and share it. Please, I need my views up, y'all. I'm trying to,
Yes, and it's not just because we just saying it just to say it. No, this is really good content that he has here. It is excellent
Thank
content.
you.
And like I said, it helped me in a lot of ways. I could relate to it in a lot of ways. And it was just amazing. I told you I looked at it at least about 3, 4, 5 times just looking at it. And 10 minutes wasn't long enough. You probably need to think about making it into a show.
Somebody else said that, and that is not happening.
Now, why not? Give us the show.
I will say this. I did think about a show, and I don't know if you got to go to break.
Okay, yeah.
We'll come back and I'll tell you about that.
Okay, so all right. So this is what we're gonna do. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead. You know, this legend is not going anywhere, y'all. We're just gonna go ahead and take a break because that's what we gotta do. We gotta pay bills and all that other good stuff. But we'll be back with Jared LaPrade. Make sure that once again you share his video. Keep commenting along, like live with us right now, and we'll be right back.
And share your video too.
Yeah,
Share your
yeah,
video.
share mine too.
Yes, absolutely.
Another one of our sponsors today is Mole by Jalon Collins. Mole stands for My Own Lip Line, and they specialize in products that make your lips shine, sparkle, and pop. They include glosses, balms, oils, and scrubs for all your lip-tastic needs. Be sure to check her out at www.mollbyjalon.com. That's www.mollbyjalan.com. Go ahead and get those lips looking lip-tastic. Pop, 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 pop.
All right. Welcome back, guys. I told you we'd be back. We're men of our word. So thank you for once again sharing this video. I know that you've been listening, that you're good listeners. You're sharing the video, you're commenting along. So we're gonna go ahead and this is going to be the interview part 2. So earlier in the show, I did some personal stuff about me, Jared, but now I really just want to ask you some of the same things. So let's just kind of get into that whole deal.
Okay.
You ready?
I'm ready.
You ready? All right. Weirdest non-sexual thing about your body is?
I have 2 actually. My the toe next to my big toe is longer than a big toe.
Really?
And this arm is bigger than this arm.
I kind of want to see the toe length.
But that's for well, the arm thing is for a reason, but we all know why that is. That's why my right. Yeah. Anyway, so yes, that's the weirdest thing about my body is non-sexual.
Okay. I'm weird. I really want to see the toe.
It's not that much. It's like little, very little. But I don't have a pedicure right now. So.
Okay, so maybe another time. Maybe another time. Okay.
I don't have a pedicure.
All right, so I'm dishing out the same stuff they dished out to me.
Mm.
All right, so now a childhood job that you wanted.
I had 2 childhood jobs. When I was a little kid, I wanted to either be an actor,
okay,
like Denzel Washington. I wanted to be the president. And there was no Barack Obama back in the day, so
that was really wow.
Yeah, my idol as a president was Bill Clinton. So,
hey, you know what? I looked up to Bill too.
He was
because he was definitely for our community a lot.
Well,
I think that he was. What did you tell me?
If you look,
we normally don't get into politics.
I'm a very political person.
Okay.
If you ever want to find out the history about Bill Clinton, and he would watch 13th by Ava DuVernay on Netflix.
Okay, I'll take your word on that. I'm gonna do that and then come back to you with some information.
All right, do that.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So we already did weirdest part of the body. We already did the childhood job. And okay, so like last but not least, if you were to be an animal, what would you be?
I would be a bird.
Why is that?
I could fly.
Okay.
And there's another reason why, but I don't want to put that out there.
No.
It's nothing bad. It's nothing bad. But it ain't everybody else's business why the other party is. But I would definitely be a bird. Probably a falcon or an eagle.
That's not fair to me. That's not. I want to know.
I'll tell you, but I can't say it on air.
Okay.
People will be Googling and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
Google me. You don't Google other stuff. So yeah. Google what I tell you to Google. That's the word. Google what I tell you to Google. Don't
you Google what I
shit. Not this Jack Danielson kid.
I know that's right.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. This is a wholesome show. I'm so sorry.
it's something in between. The Lord grants us permission.
Absolutely.
He grants us permission.
Yes, God. And I'm just getting back to church too.
Man.
Wait a minute. Oh, I see. Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. So before we get back to the show, let's jump into the comment section. Okay. So Sharonica J said,
What does Sharonica say?
I'm trying. Okay. Oh, she said, "Hey y'all."
Sharonica.
Hey.
Shay, let me tell you something. Look, Shay, I miss you.
Hey.
Okay? Shay, I miss you, girl. Call me before I move back to Dallas.
I don't know you, but you need to call me too. Because if you connected to this positive brother right here, if you connected to anybody that's like positive and that's a legend, you need to reach out to me too.
We got Zay.
I need more positive people in my circle.
Well, she could be a little negative too, but you know.
I mean, but who does? I mean, you know, that's
No, you can't be old and negative, but we'll get to that.
All right. So James Bynum said, "Loving the transparency."
Thank you,
Absolutely,
James. Make sure you. I'm sorry, Zay. Make sure you watch my film, Amends.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure you. James and I work together. James and I work together. He actually helped me get a lot of my nonprofits and everything started. And so, awesome guy. So thank you, James, for always supporting me. I appreciate it. And Michelle Bass put the embracing face of emojis. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. I said embracing, y'all. Look, I need to go
She's
back
embarrassed?
to
Why?
why you embarrassed, baby? Put some.
Okay, Michelle. Well, you know, hey girl, you didn't call me either, and I called you like too long ago, Michelle, and you did not call me back. So yes,
Boom. So,
can you please read? Can you please read that?
okay. And Sharonica said she would be a beast if she was an animal. I mean, I like that. Like, you know, how about I'm a beast and I ain't even gotta be an animal. How about we do that, Sharonica?
Sharonica is an animal, dog.
For real?
Oh God, yes, a big old wildebeest. But anyway, I love her. I love her so much. All right.
Oh my gosh. Michelle said he would be an owl because his favorite line is who? That's cute. That's cute. That's funny. That's cute.
Michelle is silly.
Thank you guys so much for commenting along, and please keep it coming. As you can see, we have fun in here. We enjoy it. So now we're going to go ahead and just, earlier in the show, we stated that February 7th was National Black HIV Awareness Day. Okay. This observance is an opportunity to increase HIV education, testing, community involvement, and treatment among Black communities. The first National Black HIV/AIDS Awareness Day, NBHAAD, was marked in 1999 as a grassroots education effort to raise awareness about HIV and AIDS prevention, care, and treatment in the communities of color. That's amazing. I didn't know that. So why was that important to you in your film?
Like I stated earlier, so many Black people have contracted HIV and AIDS. I had many friends before I even knew about my diagnosis. I had a first cousin who died in '99 from the disease. So when I got it, I will say this first. I didn't set out to be an activist. I did not. I was not trying to be pro HIV and just throwing it out there. I was not trying to do that. But over time, as I've gotten older and I've gotten into my 30s, and I've matured mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, I'm like, there is so many people who are out here unaware of the things that can happen to them. They're unaware, and they're on the other side of that, there are a lot of people who are unaware of the things that happen to those people that are unaware of the things that are happening to them.
Yes.
And I felt now I'm coming into my calling of activism because there are so many Black people who lack the knowledge, who are gay or straight. And there's so many people I'm finding out that are still practicing unhealthy habits, even in maturity, in adulthood age. It's like you're in your 30s and 40s and you're still practicing unsafe practices. And it's crazy that so many people who are 25 to 34, that's the age range of people who are mostly contracting HIV. And it's very sad that you're in that age range, you're still doing that because you don't have the practices. But they have PrEP now, that you can take. And back in when I was younger, they didn't have PrEP when I was in my early 20s and 18. So, I made the film, and that is important for me. National HIV Awareness Day for Black people, because for that reason, a lot of Black people are still unaware. I just went with one of my close childhood best friends. She's a woman, she's straight, and we went for her to get tested. She didn't think she had anything, but she just wanted to go and get tested. Be safe. And I went with her, and it just felt really good to be able to share that experience with a friend, and she's taking care of herself and her health. So that's what that day is about. It's about sharing awareness about and helping people who probably wouldn't go get tested and doing it. But it shouldn't just be a day. It should definitely be a month. It should be a lifestyle.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
It should definitely be a lifestyle.
I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. Me being new to it, I'm still learning. I am still learning. And even I was on PrEP. And still, really. What happened was that my lover was not on his medication.
Well,
and it's so much like, it's so much like this is a really big deal. It was a big deal before I contracted it, but it is now an even bigger deal once it happens to you, right?
It is definitely a big deal
because
it's life changing.
The words that was
question?
Sure.
Do you still speak with your ex, or are you still together?
Let me tell you, the words that were given to me was that just almost similar to the film, but basically, he told me that someone gave it to him. He learned to live with it. I learned to live with it myself. So no, absolutely not. And I could have pressed charges, everything, but I just didn't have. I didn't have the energy. That was so much hate that I had for him, for the way that it was, especially when you were thought you were doing your best. You know what I mean? But hey, that's such as life.
I found out 4 years ago, and
hold on. I think we have a quick question. So, a question in one of the comments was asked: is PrEP side effects worth it? You want me to go?
Well, I didn't take PrEP.
Okay, so me taking PrEP, I never experienced side effects. I never experienced any side effects. It's you take the pill, and it's just, as simple as that. You take the pill. Make sure that with any type of medicine, of course, you know what I mean. When it's new to you, make sure that you take it with something to eat. Have some water to go with it. And then once you get used to it, I didn't have any major side effects, and it even though yes, I still ended up contracting HIV. There were other variables that played in that as to why I still caught it too. But PrEP is a very great medication to help prevent you contracting that virus. So it's worth the side effects. Even if I were having side effects, I would still say yes, it's worth the side effects. Why? Because it prevents you from catching a virus that could alter your health.
And it's actually an HIV medicine. It's I forget which one it is. I want to say Truvada.
Truvada and PrEP are the same thing.
Correct. So it's an actual HIV medication. That's the system. So it's crazy that you actually contracted it.
Right. That.
I would love to look into that. But I did want to say something. So I know your show is about mental health a lot and things of that nature. I just found out I always knew, I thought I knew who gave me the disease, but I just found out about 2 weeks ago now. I just found out it was confirmed to me who actually gave it to me. And that was
how was that for you?
So not having the confirmation when I found out 4 years ago, I had to forgive whoever it was.
Yeah.
I thought I knew who it was, but I didn't have concrete evidence. But I just had to forgive whoever it was. So I had already forgiven him. However, the anger came rushing back because it was someone that I was in a relationship with, and they were a hoe. in their lifetime. So if you a hoe out there, hoe with a condom, bitch. Excuse me, I'm sorry. But
Period.
it was I was young, so we were 2 years apart. I was like 20 when I met him. He was 22. He was in college before me, and he told me that he met someone who had gave it to him, and I just kind of feel like the ball was dropped. Along the way, and the nerve of that motherfucker to tell me that he thought I gave it to him.
They'll flip it on you like that.
They will, but you know what? This is why you grow from things, you learn from things, and you move on.
Okay, so on that note, I want to go ahead and say, like, we're having an amazing conversation. This is an amazing conversation, but I do also, this is not just all of you. I want to focus more also on the filmmaker side of you. You know what I mean?
Okay, all right.
Because like I'm so excited about your project AMENDS. So let's sit up there. Let's talk about that a bit. Maybe let's do it by playing a game.
Okay, a game. Let's play a game.
Okay.
I'm off for game.
Right.
Let's jump with some balls.
No pun intended.
No pun intended. So whoever's watching, I do not do that on camera. You know somebody might think something going on. Look, y'all, I'm sorry. I like to have fun. Okay, let's have fun.
Yeah, we good.
So what's the game?
All right. So since you're a filmmaker, we're going to play a game. I'm going to give you some movie title names, and I want you to create a short synopsis on what the movie would be about.
Okay.
Sound good?
I'm ready.
All right. First one up. 3 Nights in Paris.
3 Nights in Paris. So 3 Nights in Paris would be about a bisexual man who is confused about his identity, who travels to Paris and spends 3 nights in Paris and falls in love with a man and a woman. And he has to go back to the United States and he breaks their hearts, both of them. 3 Nights in Paris.
I love
movie.
Yes.
That's a good movie.
Yes. I love it.
I might be that man
Yeah.
to Paris.
Yes. I love it. That was good. I saw where the story was going. I love it.
I should write that. I should write that.
Yeah.
All right. The next one.
All right. So the next one. Tongue Twisted.
Tongue Twisted. Ooh. Okay, so Tongue Twisted would be a horror movie. I love horror movies.
Okay.
So in my next project is horror.
Okay. Can I be a part of it?
Well, We'll talk. I'll give you a brief synopsis. But Tongue Twisted would be about a Valentine's Day, since it's Valentine's Day.
Okay.
And it's I'm sorry. Let me
the love.
I can't see you though. Tongue Twisted would be about college students on a campus.
Okay.
And we're trying to make a Valentine's Day thing. So it would be about college campus and somebody spreading lies about somebody.
Tongue Twisted.
Tongue Twisted. So the person who's the killer is cutting out all the people's tongues out and killing them who was spreading the lies.
Tongue Twisted. Good. That's pretty solid. That's some pretty solid work.
So whoever wants to write these movies, just make sure that this is copywritten, okay? So
it's called intellectual property.
Absolutely. And I will come and sue. My
and
friend's sister's a lawyer. I'm suing.
I have paralegals and lawyers on my side
There we
too.
go.
On Legend Speak, we will come after you.
There we go.
All right. So Birds of a Feather.
Birds of a Feather. Even though I love horror, I kind of want to go to a drama with this one. So Birds of a Feather would be about 2 friends who have grown together and worked together and made these connections together, and they separate in old age and they start beefing with one another. And they find other friends and they do other things and try to come back together. That's Birds of a Feather.
Ah, nice. I love it.
Oh, yes.
Love it. All right. And the last one is The Love I've Yet to See.
Ooh, child. That should be the title of the movie I'm writing right now. Well, I'll give y'all a little preview of what I'm writing right now. So I'm writing a movie. I write from experience a lot.
Okay.
And I just went through a hard breakup. I'm still going through the breakup. And I'm writing a movie about it. So I think that would be a good title for it. The Love I've Yet to See. I actually might use that. Thank you, person who had these questions. Thank you. Yes, I might yet. Yes, I got it from Xai. I might use that. The Love I've Yet to See. Shit, I'm still waiting to see it.
I'm still waiting to see somebody to. Ooh, shoot. I guess that's why I don't see the Lord right now. He said you ain't need. That's the only person I see right
Amen.
now. He done got me through. He done got me through some stuff.
Well, look, how can I say this real quick
What's
before we
up?
move on?
Yeah.
Anybody that wants to date Zay, hit him up. He's very good looking. This baby is serving face, body, and hair. Hit him up. I'm not on the market, okay? I am not on the market. But if you do want to just enter my DMs and tell me something real cute and sweet, please do that. At Jerry LaPrette on Instagram. I don't have Facebook. Thank you. Shay, can you DM me, Shay, if you're still watching? At least I have somebody who feel like they love me a little bit.
There's plenty of people out there that love you. I know.
What?
Jerry.
You gotta
Man,
keep going.
Let me tell you something. I have enjoyed this interview, especially me, bouncing back from my mom's passing and coming back, getting back into the norm. This has been an excellent interview, Jerry, and I thank you so very much for honoring me and being here. You legend, you, okay? So I want you one more time, just tell the people how they can find you, okay? And most importantly, how they can watch Amends and everything else.
Gotcha. Well, you can follow me on Instagram at Jared LaPrade, and that's JaredLaPread. Amends is in my bio on Instagram. You can also go on YouTube, hopefully, and search Jared LaPrade as well, or Amends, and find it. If not, just go to my Instagram, click the bio, and it's there. Boom. And you'll see more stuff coming soon.
Boom, boom, boom. All right. There's one thing I'm going to close it out with because I do, LUD is my organization, and it's an acronym. And so I just want you to repeat after me, say your name. So I'm going to say, hi, my name is Zay. You say, hi, my name is
Jared. Hi, my name is Jared.
And I am living life until death is due.
And I am living life until death is due.
Boom. There you go right there, baby. That's a true legend right there. Jared is living life until death is due. The filmmaker, the actor, the writer. I mean, got it all. Got it all. That's what I'm talking about. That's why he's on this couch. Who's going to be on this couch next week, I wonder? Do you have what it takes? Seriously, I wonder. Inbox me. So, I just want to go ahead. I know that my fans always love to have some real talk. It's called Midnight Strokes. It's kind of what got me started. So people were like, before I get into that, let's go into a quick break. We're going to go into a quick break, and then I'm going to come back with y'all Midnight Strokes. I ain't forgot about y'all. I love y'all.
Uncle Tim's Almost Everything, a small minority-owned company that produces multiple products for various applications and or uses. Uncle Tim's Almost Everything products use include household, personal, culinary, and automotive use. Uncle Tim's Almost Everything all-purpose cleaner spray, Uncle Tim's chrome-only hand sanitizer and deodorizer, Uncle Tim's tea and Tim's lemonade, Uncle Tim's Almost Everything. Tim has the desire and the drive to help others with the creation of products to make most scenarios easy to deal with during the pandemic. Uncle Tim's Almost Everything was conceived based on the concern of having effective non-toxic sanitizer and deodorizer to keep others safe. You guys need to make sure you run over and get Uncle Tim's Almost Everything.
All right, guys, we're back. Normally I do Midnight Strokes by myself, but I love this man so much. Like, I want him to be a part of it. So, Midnight Strokes, I always have a very catchy name, and I want to do a throwback. So, this title of Midnight Strokes is The Proper Way to Be a Thought. So I'm gonna just let that marinate for the proper way to be a thought, okay? Now we're talking about, we know that breakups happen. We know that, like there's so much punani out there. There's so much lang out there.
I call mine a Bugatti.
Okay, there's so much Bugatti. It's all that is out there, okay? All that is out there. But like when you're in the midnight, like literally in the midnight hour, like, and it doesn't necessarily have to be 12 o'clock. It could start at 8. Sometimes Midnight Stroke, it started at 8 o'clock. You know what I mean? So you already know what you're trying to get into. But you have to know, like, if you're coming out of an unstable relationship, or And that can be with somebody else, or just you're not in a stable relationship with yourself. All that Bugatti that's throwing himself at you, all that's, understand and know that that's going to be there. Take the time to love on yourself. Go in the mirror, talk to yourself. Tell you. I tell myself about my sexy ass baby toe all the time. Okay, I ain't gotta have nobody tell me about my baby toe being sexy. You feel me? Like my Bugatti, I look at my own Bugatti and just be like, you got it. You feel me? Like, so for the midnight strokes, that would be my way of saying the proper way to thought with class. Without messing up your moral compass and feeling like trash after you done got into something just because you thought that's what you wanted. No, like kind of take it a step further and really think about how you're going to feel about it. What is your take about it on being, with that topic, the proper way to thought?
The proper way to thought. Wow. I could teach a class on this.
Come on, teach.
I won't do too much teaching, but I will say this. How I thought it in my younger years and how I thought now, I don't thought at all now.
Okay.
So unfortunately, those thoughting days are over for me. However, the proper way to thought is, like you said, to be classy. Number one, you always keep your business to yourself. That's number one. You don't never tell nobody what your whole activities are, except for your best friends. Like your best friends, y'all can talk.
The besties got to get the tea.
The besties get the tea.
The besties got to get the
But
tea.
anybody else, you don't tell nobody what you're doing. So if you're creeping and doing whatever at midnight, you keep it to yourself. And another thought thing that I always think about is always make them want more.
Oh, yes.
You can't give anybody too much of
yourself. You cannot.
And I don't just mean your body. I mean your mind, your soul,
your spirit, your heart. You give too much,
and they'll take it for granted. But like I tell my friends, they always come back. Trust and believe, they always do. So that's my takeaway from about.
I think we got a lot in common over here.
See, that's why I knew it. I knew it.
Oh my gosh. All right. That was so fun. So that was Midnight Strokes that I did. The very first Midnight Strokes that I did with my first, the first legend to do a Midnight Strokes with me. So what an honor. What an honor.
I feel privileged,
Like,
got the tiptoe right on out.
Nah, bring that Bugatti back on over here. All right, guys. I thank everyone for watching, and I thank you for your comments and your love. Remember to tune in and watch next week. You can listen on Friday to this show on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple, Encore, and more. Okay, so make sure that you tune in because you're gonna miss out on some. You're just gonna miss out, and I feel sorry for you. But remember to live life until death is due. And remember, if death is not looking for you, don't you go looking for it. Hey guys, it's your boy Zay, the best ex that you could ever want around. And I want you to tune in to my show, Legends Speak, on Wednesdays on Facebook, Spotify, Apple Music, whatever you listen to for your podcast platform, I'll be there. Legends Speak. What is Legends Speak? I'm glad that you asked. This is a platform where I invite people who I consider legends and I interview them about their professional career and just get details about how they were able to be so successful while fighting mental health issues. So if you're interested, which I know that you are, tune in to Legends Speak with your boy Zay, the best ex that you could ever want around.